our dislike, everything else kind of falls into place. And once you establish a relationship with someone and discover how you're alike, the differences rise to the top to be celebrated. As a matter of fact, if any of this stuff applies to you in a moment, all you have to do is just raise your hand, look around, and see who has something in common that you may not know. Like, is anyone an only child? You have no siblings at all? Okay, handful, hands down. Anyone have 3 or more siblings, 3 or more? Wow, hands down. Anyone have 6 or more brothers and sisters? 6 or more? Wow. Anyone have 9 or more brothers and sisters? Look at that. All right, hands down. The highest I've ever seen was 27. It was 27. It was in Alabama. And the kid that raised his hand, he goes, yeah. He goes, it's 27, but 10 of them were adopted. I'm like, yeah, but 17 or not, so your parents have any other hobbies. Anyone lost track? You have no idea. Do we have any triplets in here? Any triplets? Do we have any twins in here? Is anyone single? Has anyone not raised their hand until right now? Your hand's not been up. All right, hand down. Has anyone still not raised their hand until really? Anyone right now refuse to raise your hand, right? Anyone, you'll be the first person from your immediate family to graduate from college if you choose to do so. Congratulations. Look at the hands there. That's about half. That's awesome. Who in here knows exactly what you want to do with the rest of your life? No question about it. All right, hands down. Who in here cannot even decide what socks to put on every single day? Great. Who in here on the next slide would like to see a little something different? There you go. I'm really sorry. Who in here wants me to demonstrate something right now that after I do it, you might regret asking me to demonstrate? Really? Okay, here we go. Now, I have to tell you in advance that what I'm going to do right now is something you're all going to steal, but you're not going to admit you're going to steal it. And it is Scout, my daughter's worst thing that I do on stage. She absolutely hates this. I'll tell you right now. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take this nice piece of garment, and I'm going to adjust it so that both lengths are the same. I did this in advance so that we have the little part and the big part are exactly the same. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to roll up the big part, and then I'm going to roll up the little part, and I'm going to drop them at the exact same time. And in your head, you're trying to predict which one you think is going to win the race, the big or the little. When I drop them at the same time, here we go. 1, 2, 3. It's a tie. Thank you. Good night. No, do not clap at that. Don't encourage him. Anyone procrastinate? You really put things out until the last second? Hands down. Anyone procrastinate so much that when they just asked you if you procrastinated, you didn't raise your hand? Okay, those are the true procrastinators. Anyone ever traveled overseas for any reason? Hands down. Anyone ever traveled under the sea? Anyone ever been surfing with an alpaca? Really? Anyone just realized you just lied about that? Anyone in here would like to see a picture of an alpaca wearing a fur hat? Bingo, there you go. Or an alpaca on a surfboard. Anyone ever been skinny dipping in a bathtub? Oh my God, the entire freshman class. Anyone has a close friend or family member that has some type of disability? Most of us know someone that has a disability. Thank you for taking a stand for whatever that disability is. I believe that anyone that knows someone or loves someone that has a disability, typically they're a champion for whatever that disability is. That's what makes this school so strong, is a lot of us in here have some seen and unseen disabilities. Taking a stand and being an ally for what's different than you truly makes a difference. There's a program called Best Buddies. Best Buddies, does this school have Best Buddies? All right, Best Buddies pairs young people that have intellectual disabilities. A lot of times it's Down syndrome, a lot of times not. And they pair them with someone else who does not have an intellectual disability, so that person has a buddy or a friend the rest of the school year. It's extraordinary. They also have a campaign called Spread the Word to End the Word. It's all about not using the R word, the word retarded, and referring to anyone else. And it's made a big difference. As a matter of fact, one time I was like, oh, you know what, hold on. I'm going to stop real quick because this just happened not too long ago. My ADHD's kicking in. I was in an airport one time and there was a guy sitting close to me, and he was an older man. And he was on the phone, and he was screaming into the phone. Not because he was upset. He just thought you have to yell in the phone to be heard by the other side. My mom's the same way. And so everyone was looking around, and they're trying to give him signs like, calm down, you don't have to yell so loud. So I thought, I'm going to have some fun here. So I sat next to this guy. I pretended like I was on my phone, and I thought, I'm going to be the upper half of his telephone conversation. And I'm going to be the same audio level that he is until he starts calming down. So he's on the phone, he goes, you know what? I talked to Jessica yesterday, and I said, oh my gosh, I love Jessica so much. And he looks at me, and he's like, calm down, buddy, calm down. And then he goes, Jessica said she'd come over tonight and make us dinner. So you think about what you'd like to eat. And I said, you know I love me some spaghetti. And now he looks at me and he starts figuring out what's going on. Then he talks a little bit lower. He goes, you know what? I think the guy sitting next to me is having the same type of telephone conversation I am. And I said, me too. I was just thinking the exact same thing. And then he starts to whisper, okay, honey, I'll call you back later on when I have some more privacy. I was like, all right, I love you. He goes, I love you too. We're engaged. And so I was in there one time, and there was a guy sitting next to me, and he kept using the R word. He was talking to a friend of his, he kept using the R word, the return when he went, and at the end of the conversation, he hung up, and I engaged him in conversation. Now, I'm naturally an introverted type person, so I typically don't strike up a conversation with total strangers. And so I thought, in this case, I'm going to. Where are you from? Where are you doing? Where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. And as we start talking, he tells me about himself. I tell him what I do. They get to go around to schools and speak at conferences. I told him about my best buddies. I told him about my friend Katie Cortelliu. You guys would love Katie. Of all schools in the world, you guys would fall in love with her. She's about 40 years old. She has Down syndrome. She is the most amazing, lovely person I've ever met. She exudes love. I told this guy all about her. And at the end of the conversation, he goes, oh, I'm really glad we had a chance to meet. I said, well, I got to tell you something. The only reason I started talking to you is because a second ago, you were on the phone, you kept using this R word. And I just wanted to speak up and say something on behalf of people that can't speak for themselves. Because it doesn't happen enough in this country. People that are transgender, people that are gay, people that are different races, people with handicaps. So many times, the way things change is by people taking a stand for what's different than them. So I said to him, I just want to say something. You kept using this R word, if you could just use a different word. And he looks at me, he's like, oh man, I'm horrified. I promise you I'm not that guy. It's like, look, I'm not judging you, I just want to say something. He goes, I'm going to commit to you right now that I'm not going to use that word. I was like, awesome. And we shook hands. And I realized you can make a difference when it comes to this stuff. A lot of times we think, well, there's no way I'm going to change a prejudicial person. There's no way I'm going to change someone's behavior. It's simply not true. People change behaviors by two ways. Having the experience of what's different than themselves, and people taking a stand for what's different in a really non-threatening way. If I were to yell at this guy, man, you're an idiot, you're so stupid, why are you doing that? Don't do that again. There's no way he's going to change his mind. He's going to be confrontational, but if you do it through love, kindness, dignity, respect, it's amazing what you can do. So thank you for taking a stand for what's different than you. Anyone sitting close to your bay right now and they don't know it yet? Anyone ever walked in the middle of a movie, it was so bad you had to leave the theater? Isn't that nice? Anyone ever walked in a plate glass window so hard you could not feel your face? Anyone here could not feel their face when you're with me? But you love it. Anyone ever jujued on the beach wanting cake by the ocean? What? Anyone ever re-gifted a gift to someone else? That's nice, hands down. Anyone ever experienced deja vu, the feeling that something's happened before? Oh man, I just dropped my brand new clicker. Anyone ever walk in the opposite gender bathroom on accident? Nice, hands down. Anyone ever walk in the opposite gender bathroom on purpose? You went through a dimension. Hands down. Anyone tend to forget something you just heard a second ago? Anyone ever experienced deja vu, the feeling that something's happened before? Oh man, I just dropped my brand new clicker. Anyone here ever procrastinate by eating cake by the ocean, having deja vu about skinning with your bae while circling an alpaca in the opposite gender bathroom while jujuing on your cafe? We are way more alike than we are different. Appreciating what we have in common and celebrating our differences is what makes this school work. It's the reason you do what you do today. Most schools can never pull us off. We all share a common light. That's what LHS is all about, the fact that we all share a common light. This bowl of light represents you. They believe in Hawaii that when you're born, you have a bowl of light inside of you. That light is called mana. And that mana is the light that you're here to live. It's the purpose that you're here. And it naturally grows bright. And every time something negative happens to you, every little tiny pebbles and rocks start filling up that bowl of light. If I put one pebble in a bowl of light, two pebbles in a bowl of light, the light still shines. It's no big deal. But if day after day I come to school, I experience prejudice, I experience being excluded, all of a sudden tiny pebbles start filling up and the light appears to be suffocated, but it's not. It's still there. The light never goes anywhere. It can't break through all the pebbles. So now we spend our entire adult life, some people, belittling and harassing and making fun of and calling names to others so they somehow feel better about themselves. When they live in Hawaii, and when something negative happens to you, you take that rock and you ask yourself, not why did this happen to me, but why did this happen for me? How can I use this as an opportunity to grow stronger? And you take the rock and you remove it and you allow that light to shine. Because there's only two emotions in the world. There's fear and there's love. Where there is no love, there's fear. Where there is no fear, there's love. Because no one's born fearful. Although USA Today newspaper found out, when you're born with two fears. You're born with the fear of falling and the fear of loud noises. Which means, if you really want to freak out a baby, scream at him and throw him off a cliff.